In my tractor area. I've completed everything for that area. Now, I'm coming back to the front of my trailer. I want to check my bulkhead of this tanker trailer. It's not cracked, broken, or leaking fluids. As I look at it, I want to make sure there's nothing missing. I want to look at this first amber light. It's secured into place, not cracked, broken, or missing, and it's amber in color for the front. I want to look at my supports here. None of them are cracked or missing. I need to get up and I need to clean my reflective tape, making sure that it's not damaged and it can be visibly seen and it's not missing. As I look down the side, I want to still looking at my frame pieces. I want to look at my long frame or my longitudinal frame that it's not cracked, broken, or twisted. I want to check at this point, I want to check my landing gear for this trailer. I want to make sure that it will roll up and down properly, and it is. And I want to check to make sure that it rolls back up. I want to check for any damaged, missing, or broken pieces on my trailer supports, making sure they're not bent or broken. Then I want to check my sand feet. I want to check that there's no foreign debris, rocks, or anything that can fly off. Make sure that they're secured to the trailer and they're not damaged in any way. As I complete, I'm going to come down. I'm still checking my long frame that it's secured. I want to check and make sure that my cross members under the bottom are not cracked or broken, and that my long frame is secured into place, not twisted or damaged. Making sure that my tape has been cleaned and it's coming on down. As I get to this area, I'm looking at an amber reflector and light on the side of the vehicle. I want to make sure they're not cracked, broken, or missing. As I come on down, I'm still checking for my tape, making sure that it's secured into place, and checking under my cross members all the way down to the back and making sure that none of them are cracked or broken. All right, now I'm coming underneath the back of the trailer to check this last section of this trailer. All right, at this point, I want to make sure I'm checking all of my suspension. I'm checking my spring hangers. These are welded into place. No cracked, broken, cracked welding, missing pieces to my spring hanger. This one has a torsion bar here at the spring set. I want to make sure it's secured into place, has no worn bushing, it's not cracked, broken, bent, or missing. I want to check the springs themselves. These are stacked springs. There's a stack of them that are held together and they're secured. They're not cracked, broken, or shifting into my tire. I want to look at the saddle piece that my U-bolts fit across, making sure that the U-bolts and the saddle piece are not cracked, broken, or missing, and that all the bolts and nuts and washers are secured into place. I want to look and point to the back section of my spring set and make sure that the back spring hanger is secured into place, no broken, cracked, or missing welds, and that everything is secured in place on the back. Then I'm going to check right here. I'm coming in to my canister or my brake chamber or canister. I want to check the air hose that are feeding my canister. This is a double, so we got 2 air hoses we're checking. They're secured into place. They're not cut. They're secured. They're not cracked, and they can successfully carry air into our canister. Want to check this canister. There's no cracks, dents, or leaks inside this canister. Want to check both bands that they're secured and not missing. Want to check here that the canister is secured to the vehicle without a missing bolt. Then I want to look at the push rod and the slack adjuster. Neither piece is cracked or broken or bent, and I want to look at the pin and the safety pin that they're pinned into place. Then I want to check that there's no missing pieces following my S-cam rod into my brake shoes and my brake drums. I want to make sure we have enough brake pad. They're not dangerously thin. There's no crack, broken, or missing pieces. Want to look at the drum itself. It's not have any cracks, holes, or dents in it. Then I want to look at all the securing pieces that none are missing and it's secured into place. Once I've completed the braking area, I'm going to slide back out from under here and I'm going to look at this tire set. First of all, I'm going to look at the rims. The rims are butted rims. They are butted up together with no space between them and have no foreign debris between the tires. I want to look at the rims. They've got a good bead around the tire itself. They're not cracked, broken, and they have no welding repairs. Then I want to look at the tires on top of my rims. These tires have no cuts. They have no abrasions or bubbles, blisters, or cuts on neither tire, and they're secured into place on their rims. I'm looking for a depth of at least 2/32 on all of my rear tires. Then I want to check to make sure I have even wear and take the V from even and find my valve stems, check for that they're not cracked, broken, or missing, and they have, both of them have a missing cap, but they're secured into place and can carry air into my tires. And I'll check for proper pressure with my air gauge. All right, once I've checked for that, I want to come to my lug nuts, making sure all are secured in place. There's no rust trails, there's no shiny threads to indicate that my bolts are working loose, and I'm looking for radiating cracks inside that rim to make sure that they're all holding properly. Then I want to check my axle seal here. This is the pop out kind. I can pop that little stopper out, check, but I can also see right there that I have the proper amount of oil. Nothing is leaking, and I check on the inside of my brake shoes and my brake drums to make sure I had no oil that might indicate it on the back of my tire. All right, once I've completed there, I want to continue down, make sure that all of my tape is clear. I'm still looking for any cracks, still looking at my cross members, making sure they're not cracked, broken, or missing. Want to check for my red lights on rear, my corner light here, make sure it's not cracked or broken and missing. I'm going to look at my mud flap, make sure it's secured into place and not damaged. I want to look here at my red lights and reflectors on the rear of my vehicle. They're not cracked, broken, and they have been cleaned. I want to look at my tape, reflective tape, and make sure that they're not cracked, broken, or missing. Finish up over here. Then I want to look overhead and making sure I have 3 overhead lights that are red in color, not a cracked, broken, or missing. As I walk down the right side of my vehicle, I want to look for anything that might be different or unique to this vehicle. I want to check the amber lights, make sure they're secured into place. I want to check for anything else that may be missing, broken. And at this point, I'm going to tell my examiner I have completed my test and I'm ready for grade.